Alright, so I'm finally ready to replace the front bumper cover. I've got the new one in, going to unbox that in a minute, make sure it's good. This is going to be kind of a three-parter type series because you got to remove the bumper cover to get the headlights out and fog lights, turn lights, whatever's going on down here. While it's out, the aftermarket grille will also get repainted hopefully. And I want to replace the HID bulbs because I don't have the same color temperature left or right, so it looks funny. But I'm happy to replace the bumper cover because of the bashed in corner over there, but mostly I wanted to get these headlights refurbished and get them nice and clear and shiny again, because that is a huge negative to this car. It just looks really bad. It looks like it's a pretty easy deal. It's usually just a lot of these plastic fasteners that the center pops out of and then the whole thing pops out. It looks like there's a lot of them on the bottom and maybe a hidden one right here between the fender and the cover, just looking at the new one where all the holes are at and everything. But I might actually try to research a little bit more and just make sure that I'm doing this right because this is my first time and I'm kind of clueless here, but let's dig in. Step one, obviously, jack it up. So since I'm taking off the whole bumper, I need to get to the fasteners on the bottom side. And there's a bunch of them, and the car sits really low. So I jacked it up. Let me show you where I put the jack stands. Okay, so obviously I'm on the passenger's front wheel, and right here is the pinch weld that you jack the car up against. And then I put my jack stand kind of on the rear cradle, engine cradle sub-assembly where the big bolt is. Alright, so remember the splash shield had a couple of them connected up front. I guess I don't necessarily need to take the entire splash shield off, although I'm not sure it wouldn't. Well, maybe I do need to. There might actually be no. I'm just thinking of this rubber piece. I do believe mine is missing some of these. I'm using a real tiny flat blade screwdriver, and I actually might need a bigger one. Some of these are kind of stuck. End pinchers work pretty well. Looks like I only had 3 on my splash guard, but one all the way at the end. Okay, I think we're done under here. Well, there's a couple more of the plastic clips here in the wheel well. Probably not going to get my... Yeah, that sucks, that one's broken. Probably not going to get my flush cutters on them. That one's also broken. That's not even the right one, doesn't look like. Aftermarket stuff maybe. And then from what I've been told, and I'm gonna have a hard time getting a camera on this, but something about getting the bumper cover away far enough to get access to a 10mm bolt right about in there with extensions on it. Oh, great. Broke it. That's not good. What's funny is I know the original owner, or the guy I bought it from, has had the front bumper cover off because he said he had it off to put new HIDs into the headlights. HID bulbs. So there's another one of these just a few inches in, right about here, holding the inner fender well in, and like maybe a couple more on the inside of the tire, which you may or may not need to get to. That gives you excellent access to the back here, or to the inside. Oh, I see. It's the one that you're supposed to be able to loosen, I guess, and it'll work itself forward. I don't know if I'll be able to get it to move. I guess I could try to hit it from the back here. Erg. Yeah, it's like right there. Just far enough in there. That's hard to access. Now that's just barely enough. What's that, about a 10-inch punch? Well, that was way more work than it should have been. So yeah, it definitely looks like there's a metal piece that's attached to. It just attaches to the plastic. There's a plastic rivet here. I think it's plastic. And a clip up here that just holds that thing in place. And that's all it was there to do, is just go up into a hole and then slide back into the slot, and then you can put that screw bolt in that I broke. May not be able to get out, actually. So really shouldn't have to get the parking light out. It's nice to have it off, I guess. I've got access to the turn signal and fog light wires, so I can get those off, because I get you a shot of that. Okay, so there's your metal pancake head, and fog light turn light assembly. So we'll go after that connector, and it looks like maybe the fog lights also some kind of HID situation with all of that. It looks like a, does it say? It looks like an inverter, doesn't it? There's the turn signal connector. So if I can get that one off there, and whatever's going to help. That don't look right, does it? Tape, great. There is the hole and slot that it went into. Okay, so driver's side is loose now, and it was just as much a pain or more as the passenger side, so I'm really worried about getting the new one back on, because it doesn't look like those things are going to just slide in. So I think I'm down to, looks like I got one here for grill insert. Wasn't doing much. And should just be these two on each side, possibly. Oh, that's right, I still haven't undone the parking and turn signal lights. Okay, those are done. Okay, at this point I'm hoping the grill just drops off. Or the bumper cover, I should say. And yeah.